Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back once again. Friends, today's story is based on a true incident. You are based on the story of a live Nath. You must have heard what we explained earlier. This is the extended version of the same thing that was done. In this, you will get some extra scenes. Let's go if we get to see the detailed story. National Ravi starts the story. Players' match is going on in which we rob. Let's look at a boy named who is very. Sedge is running fast along with the ball. He asks for the ball, but he refuses to give it. Does it and takes it for the goal himself. But only then the opposing team takes the ball, and they lose the match. After which all the teammates tell him a lot. And now he is also considered responsible for the defeat. Rob admits his mistake and apologizes. Asks for, and meanwhile his coach comes and gives him. Tells that the cheapest ticket to America. If they want to go, then they can go. Can do, but no one agrees at that time. But after a few days, they are all together again to meet each other and go on this trip. Let's convince them and finally buy the ticket. Now let's do something else with these people. Passengers were also present, including a girl. Clicks photos of all the passengers, and then everyone takes off in the meantime. Still have to face a lot of setbacks. A player explains to his teammates that our plane is in the mountains of Snow Mountain. Is going to pass through above, that's why there will be a few setbacks throughout the journey. If it continues to happen, then there is no need to worry. No, but friends, as their time comes, those shocks keep on getting more intense. And one time there is such a strong shock that a man would hit the roof of the plane. Everyone is asked to buckle up. Meanwhile, the plane flew over a mountain to fly and fly higher, and only then its rear part collided with the same mountain, after which what was that flight? The tail breaks and all the passengers behind. Everyone who was sitting falls down, and he dies on the spot, and whoever was also sitting in the front when it hit the deck of the plane. He is very badly injured. There are some passengers, but very few. Dies a painful death because someone didn't even whistle for a while. Everything becomes quiet and someone gets something. Nothing is visible, just dead bodies everywhere. There was blood freezing cold, in which it was very difficult to survive. It was difficult. During this time, Rob's eyes open, and when he looks around, he sees people crying. The sounds were coming from someone's broken leg. If someone is sitting with it, then someone is shaking his head. He was in some trouble. He wanted to calm everyone down. Try and move ahead with one of your friends. Started going towards, but the pilot was also in poor condition. Was in because he was sitting in the front. He suffered the most injuries during this crash. Came now asks him if anyone. The radio is working, but he is asking them this question. By not answering, he says only one thing. Now only God above can save you, and the very next moment he breaks his word. Ra gets very scared after hearing this, and comes back after some time when it gets dark. It feels like the night is more dangerous than the day. It's cold by supporting each other. These people spend the night, and then the next. Rob goes out first thing in the morning. When he sees it, he understands that the pilot. Why did you say that yesterday? Because here, there was no human being far away, and no one of his cast will be injured after this. People were present, bring them out, so they can get some sunshine, whatever. People had died and gathered them at one place. Now they are buried. First of all, the plane seat has to be kept out, so that space can be created inside, and it can fit comfortably inside. Now everyone can have something to live in and be protected from the cold. He doesn't get anything to eat so that he can eat it. Let's fill our stomach for now, but they should not forget that here. It may take several days or more for help to arrive. Help never came for months, now that night. People wear warm clothes which were kept in his bag so that there is relief, but it is very cold here. That's too much, so they use a lighter. We can endure its heat by burning it, only then one. A boy named Marco says that we don't worry because our plane, America didn't land, that's why. The government will definitely come to find us, and they spent that night also in this hope. Let's give a girl's condition the next day. It's worse on her face. She was badly injured, and she would go to her sister. And she too was injured like him in both her necks. Let's sit and remember those moments. When he told his mom and dad for the last time, Marco saw his suffering then. He says that we have been here for 3 days now. Why is there no one to take us? God is coming, please help me, otherwise we will all die. People will kill us, we will find a boy outside. Look who is trying to make water from ice. Just then a plane passes over it, and everyone starts waving at him. They think they saw him. That's why everyone is very happy and waiting falsely. I sit down, but it's too late. After leaving, they also understand that he's not going to come, says a boy. I think he's looking for us, but in the other direction, it is not able to come this way. Either way, we can't see them. That's why we should make a sign. First of all, with the help of those bags, a plus. to make the sign after which Marco himself tells some people of our age that we should. Don't tell those injured people about. We should only have food for 3 days now. All that is left is that we have to do something together. Has an idea, so Ro asks if. Marg explains that during the crash, the rear part had fallen to that side. As part, we also got some food and rain. We can find someone who can help us a little. That's why we should go there, so Rob and 3 boys agree with him, and then they started moving towards that path. But after going some distance, Rob says, "Look, there is no plane from here. It is visible because of that sheet of snow. That's why those rescuers can't see us. Those people try to go higher, but snow starts falling from above, and it is not easy to climb up in such a situation. They will either have to turn around or go like this. They will have to climb straight ahead, which will cost their lives. Might as well go, for now it's today. Come back now, time passes slowly. Continues, and 9 days pass like this. Everyone's condition is very bad. No one has anything left to eat now. Then a boy says to another man that many people were talking about him being named Charles. The boy said that he wanted to stay alive. Can do anything for him, even die. He can also eat the flesh of dead people. The man says he doesn't see anything wrong with it. I don't feel like it if we have to survive. They will have to talk about this inside. But Marcus says so. God will never forgive them for doing. Then a boy says angrily that God, he is the one who made us die here in such a condition, if we are to survive. So we have to do this. Meanwhile, a couple also says that he is also against this thing. How can he eat someone with his permission? A few more days pass like this without, and everyone is hungry now for the last 3 days. He drank only a few pegs of water every day. Pia, we see a boy who is hungry. He starts eating his shoelaces. Another boy who starts eating cigarettes, in the hope that his hunger will be satisfied. The boy who used toilet and his urine now. Everything was turning black due to lack of water. Had become like a living corpse, and now couldn't bear the hunger now a day. A boy named Nando, whose sister was ill, dies suddenly, but she is sure. It doesn't happen that she is dead because she was a very good athlete and was fitter than her. There was no one on the plane. He was crying loudly. But it seems that the people who have gone never come back. This is the principle of life that does not come. Takes his sister out and buried with the people and his last. One night he says goodbye and comes back when everyone is freezing. So a wounded boy says that if we die, if you go, you guys will kill me and eat me. I give you permission to say that. Hearing some people apologize to Marcus, and they go out now, they have no one. There was no more face, now 2 brothers and one named Fido. The man takes those bodies to the corner, and he starts biting them so that no one else can see otherwise if will it be a friend or some of their family. If he is going to eat them, then he will not eat them. Everyone is watching and thinking that I wish. That day I told my friends on this trip, had I not been persuaded to come, we would all be here today, at home with family. But friends, what is written in destiny, that will happen, and they will remain there for a few months, to cut the piece and keep it outside, and then whoever feels hungry can eat them. Many days pass like this, and now they had become accustomed to it, but one day they find something that gives them hope. Wakes up a passenger's bag, which is theirs. He had escaped from sight and immediately took her out. If we take it out and open it and check it then, they find a radio in it, but his voice could just be heard on the news. Couldn't reach anyone now. When they find out that the radio is broken, so let's call Rob who will fix it. And then with a Juwalu antenna. Together, these people listen to the news in which it is told. A flight going to America was about to land. It has not happened, and some players are also present in it. They were trying very hard to find us, but nothing is known for the next 2 months. More snow will fall, hence all the rescues. Everyone's heart is broken after hearing that the missions have been stopped. Breaks down and gets angry. Some boys start shouting and crying. Imagine if you were told that if you can survive only for a few days then, whatever you feel, all these passengers are at this moment. We're feeling the injured people sitting inside. Also realizes that nothing is going to happen. That's why Marcus apologizes to everyone and says now whatever you want to eat, everyone can eat that mask. But some people still hope. They were bound by something or the other. Had to do, that's why 4 people on the plane. Going to find the broken parts, which is lying at some distance from there. They needed some batteries so that radio contact can be made again. But after reaching there, they did not find anything useful. Nothing can be found except dead people. Of corpses, and that's why they come back, but here comes another problem. The snowstorm started moving towards them. These people were coming back from that snow. Is covered with, and because of this, they spend the night there in the middle of the open mountains. When it's morning, these people were covered under a thick blanket of snow. First a boy puts out his hand and tries to breathe his comrades. He takes it out, and then it's on the plane, and fast down with the help of aluminum sheet. Started coming, but everyone was very weak. So that's why they were given food first. One of the boys tells that up there. Didn't find anything, we have to go further next. The moment we see Nando, who knows where, but every day I have a dream that there is greenery on the other side of the mountain, there is a river, and in this hope he travels many kilometers every day. He can walk, but till now he has nothing. Friends, it is human nature too. Very soon, whatever the condition, gets molded into it, and everyone here is injured. The traveler had admitted that maybe he won't be able to survive like this for how long. We'll keep eating meat. Now a day will come when that too. Everything will end, and in this hope, more Shiari on spending good time together. We see everyone laughing, and this thing was happening after a long time, but now they have many more tests to take. Maybe God will take their last test. It's going to happen because something like this will happen in the next moment, in which everyone dies for a while. There is a strong blow, and the entire plane. The pieces start moving, and at the same time the other. A lot of snow came into their plane from the side. Friends, it was an avalanche that came. The day keeps coming here, but now there was a big problem for that snow. All of these get covered under the sheets. Nothing was visible, then a hand comes who takes everyone out one by one. But it results in the death of the baby, which is, there is a mother. Some people survive. Let's take a sigh of relief, but then again, lots of snow comes and covers everyone. There was a strong storm outside due to which it can't go out, and one of these, if the boy lights the lighter and checks, his friend had also been killed. There is a hole from where these people breathe. And just like that, under the snow, spent 6 days, yes, 6 days now. During this time, these people were just praying to God, how to keep them alive by whatever means possible. They realize that the storm outside has stopped. So they come out where they have this place. It's like heaven, because whatever you have, it happens in his eyes and becomes known only when this thing goes away in those 6 days. I came to know about the accident while staying downstairs. Marcus is also killed, whose flesh these people will eat, but here's a good thing for them. It happens that now gradually the summer, the weather has also started coming below us, named Nama. Look at the man whose condition is now worsening. He says, nothing will happen to me. I will not let you eat my flesh. Hearing this, everyone started laughing. Then Rob and Nando points towards and says that all people, listen carefully, these are the people who brought us here. It's because you guys, to be very brave. Some people again the next day, cut the flesh out of those corpses. After which Rob says that, how long will we keep doing all this? If something needs to be done, then the other boy says, tell us what we can do, tell us raw, that we need the other remaining parts. We will have to find it, and this time we will be fully prepared. We will go together even if we get caught in that storm. If you go, then save yourself. Now 4 people are ready. Go, in which Nama is also done, all that. Climb the mountain, but only in the middle. Numa falls when Rob comes to him. Then he finds out that he has an infection in his leg. Has gone, and that's why he tells everyone to go back. Speaks but ignores everyone for himself. He doesn't want to dash their hopes. Has to go ahead and return alone. One day Nando comes to him to let them know that a second smaller portion has been found, in which they also got the plane's batteries along with them. I also have a radio, but it is of no use. We also got some chocolates, which those who bow down will now have this belief. It was certain that some miracle would happen, only then will we be able to survive otherwise on such human flesh. He won't be able to last long now, Nando's. His foot infection also started increasing. His condition had become worse, and now he couldn't even eat anything because now it feels right to agree instead of suffering like this every day. Well, the people who went there on the other side he gets a sleeping bag which he can take with him. Keep it and then return after writing a message there. They come and hear on the radio that the government is still trying to find them, but they are nowhere to be seen. Then Nando says that there is no use in this. No, the government will never find us. We will not be able to go beyond the mountains. Whatever happens, only then something can be done, otherwise all of them will be killed. Meanwhile, Nama's condition, it becomes very bad, and then one day that too is killed, but before leaving he left a letter for people, in which he had written that he wanted to eat it. Gives permission, he hopes that those people will be saved, and after reading this everyone will have they gain courage and decide that this time go to the other side of that mountain. We'll stay, and next day Tintin, Rob, and Nando, all 3 were ready to bring help from everyone. After saying goodbye, he started climbing again. Give them in the same sleeping bag at night. They have to sleep, but they are very cold. And when morning comes, it starts again. So they start walking and reach that place. From where they go further, they get a little less. So they will get ice, but now they have nothing to eat. There is a shortage. That's why Tintin says that. Now I have to go back to such a man. Food will be saved, but you guys should come back only then. When something was found, after which he took a plane from there. Comes to and tells everyone that they will take 10 to 12 days and no further. For 10 days he lived only on his stomach. Was kept alive on human flesh, and that too. His own friends, but in the end a river is found there which is filled with. Only when their stomachs drink water they have to go to that side of the river. He also meets a man on the other side to whom he tells that their plane crashed from here. So that man 400 miles away took them to his home. Goes where both have a full meal. And then suddenly a noise comes outside everyone. The reporter agency had come to know that they survived, so they immediately sent a helicopter. Are at the place indicated by the person whose what happened after that would have gone on air in the radio too, that those people were found and all. It's very happy to hear this. Someone's tears were not stopping then too. If a man goes to the middle of the plain and sees who knows how many people there, found skeletons that they had eaten, he thanks everyone because it is because of them that he is alive. Everyone is his own. Someone keeps the memories together. Meanwhile, a helicopter was arranged to take you home. A sound comes which these people want to hear 74. Everyone was waiting for days, immediately. Taken to a nearby village but their family members were waiting for them. No one could believe that. How did they keep themselves alive? In such an area of friends whose head is above. No one will harm him if it is his hand. Maybe when they reach the city, they are welcomed there like heroes. Everyone is bathed and given food, after which their family members come from all over. All these scenes of meeting are very emotional, that cannot be expressed in words. These 19 people can be put to death. None of them believed that they had come back. That's how they kept themselves alive, sitting together and just remembering those days, the moments he shared with his friends. This is what I want to say after seeing the well-spent story. I would like to add, if there is anything inside you, have the passion to achieve it, and if you have patience, then you can do any impossible thing, can achieve what they have done. Showed us something real at the end of the story. Also look at the pictures with which the best story ends here. Well, how did you like the story? Please comment below. See you in the next video. Peace out.